The late adopter, he's growing on ya. His lines are insane, he's your crack and dopamine dealer. The late adopter, the crypto doctor. He's got what you need, he's your vitamins and painkiller. The late adopter, he's growing on ya. His lines are insane, he's your crack and dopamine dealer. The late adopter, the crypto doctor. He's got what you need, he's your vitamins and painkiller.
Bam! The late adopter. Not so late today. How you guys doing? Welcome to a Bitcoin daily video. 9:30 on the dollar today. We are very happy about that. How's everybody doing? Looking at the dump right now, it's going down as expected, as predicted, as foretold. The new moon and everything. We are waiting for the full moon, but the new moon is pushing us down, so we knew it's gonna go down. It is going down. So this today we're gonna see actually what's happening right now. I'm gonna show you some kind of confirmation that we are actually in the channel, and we will look at the dollar, how's dollar also performing. Maybe there is some kind of, maybe the dollar will actually go up and we will get the inflation that everybody is expecting or whatever in the short term. So that might actually push the price of Bitcoin down, and we'll see about it. We'll see about that, right? Right. Anyways, how's everybody doing? I see a lot of green names in the chat. Ron is in the chat. Sasha, Batch, Nihal is here as well every single day. Nice man. Who more is here? DJ AV Styling. DJ AV Styling is here as well. Nice. Everybody is in the room. Everybody is ready. So let's go and see what's actually happening with Bitcoin right now. By the way, guys, let's see. We had the Paul Hill going on. Is dumping done? 40. Let's finish it. 41% says yeah, the dumping is done by the dip, but 59% say spread more FUD. We want to buy lower. So 58% as we want to buy lower. So I'm thinking like the bearishness is still in the books. Bearishness is still in the books. I mean, there is some hopium. 41% is hopium, but the bearishness is still in the books. So we're gonna see what's happening over here, guys. We're gonna see what's happening. And by the way, if you haven't done it already, hit the like button so we can start. Okay, it's not a free show. It costs 1 like per day. 1 like per day. FUD, more FUD, please. Yeah, Brigitte, we're gonna spread FUD like forever. Okay, first thing first, this channel down here is definitely broken right now. Just like over here or previous, that this channel has been holding us up for a very long time. This channel line, this is the lowest support. It was holding for a very long time, and I'm gonna show you exactly where we actually confirmed the breakout to the downside and went down. And after that, right now, this means that we are no longer in this upper bounds of this channel up here. We are now in a new channel down here. That means that our target should be around here at something like, what's that today? That's something around 28,300 today. Tomorrow is gonna be a different number, but today is 28,300, and that's what we are looking for right now. If we go down today, 28,300. If we break that as well, you might expect something like 25,900 or 26,000 levels, even further down. So these two supports are what we are expecting. We are actually expecting 28,000 right now. Definitely 28,000. Don't know if it's gonna be today or tomorrow, day after. Yeah, this line over here, that's the 23rd. That's the 23rd of July, and 23rd of July is the new moon. And the new moon is of course gonna push us up. So you can see already here that the new moon line is actually corresponding very nicely well with this target down here, because if you just continue dumping up here, we're gonna hit the target, and then we can go up with the new moon. Right? That's the plan, guys. That's the plan. So no worries, we're gonna buy the dip, but we gotta wait to hit the target down here. So definitely right now, I'm gonna show you right now that we are in this channel. This is the channel. So this channel, unfortunately, this channel couldn't hold us or push us to the upside. So we gotta, and when you're doing tech analysis, you always have too many lines on the chart. You have always supports, resistance, and stuff like that. But right now, it's time to remove some of the lines because they are just not happening. They are just not happening. The 32,259, you know, pushed to the upside, hit that line, you know, got rejected by that. That was really serious. It's actually over here when we actually could not get back above 32,259 that we actually started dumping. So technically, like shorting from 32,259 down here, that's almost 10%, something like that. That's done. So that line we don't know, no longer need. Now we got some of these lines up here. This daily definitely broken. This support down here 31.3 definitely broken. Now these two blue lines, these are the daily lines that are actually broken right now. I'm just keep them for a little while longer so I can show you how we did actually break them. So maybe you can learn something. The 31,000 is definitely broken. 31,000 was this channel, the channel support down here, of course, and of course we broke the channel support. So you know, 31,000 right now sitting at some kind of 29,000. So that's gone as well. So what we got now is the channels. We got our moving averages. We got these two blue lines, which are actually the daily closes down here. Two daily closes down here. One. Wait, let me do this. One daily close, two daily. These are two daily closes down here. That's the only thing we have before we get to some kind of 26 level down here on the daily chart. But the daily chart not that important. We are looking at the weekly, and the weekly is telling us right now that we might first thing first 28, but after that we're gonna find some next supports below there as well. But we're gonna right now we're gonna zoom in right over here. Can we just do it like this? We're gonna zoom in right over here, and we're gonna see how this actually played out. Okay, but these two blue lines, those are the daily sports, and then the channel lines at 28.3 and 25.9. Those are the two supports that we are looking to hit before we actually go long. This is actually where we want to go long. You know, it doesn't have to be on the dollar. It, you know, people might start pre-buying. That might happen, but you know, ballpark area, these targets are the targets. So let's zoom in a little bit now, and you're gonna see notes right off the bat over here. How did we start falling down? We went below the support, went to the daily close down here, almost on daily close, went up there, closed below the daily, and rejected down. But not only that, this is important. Let's go even further down to the 1 hourly chart frame. Now we're gonna remove the daily closes up here, because all the daily did work out, you know, they were acting as a support and resistance, but it's daily, it's not, especially long way back daily, don't matter that much. This is what mattered. We went down. Let me remove the moving average so you can see this very nicely. We went down and then went up to the channel line. You see the channel line over here? The channel line, the best channel line ever. Like, I don't know any YouTuber that got these kind of channel lines that we have right now. Went down, tried to get back above the channel line and got rejected. And you see the rejection here, it just dropped us hard. This rejection here, this is a confirmation that right now this line is no longer a support line, right? Because often you can drop below the support, as long as you can get back above it, that's fine. But you know, to know if the support is broken or not, you gotta get above it, you know, and you know, stay above it, right? You gotta break to the upside when you try. But here we failed to break to the upside, and this means, and after that we got big rejection, and that means rejection of this line. That means that this line is right now acting as a resistance, not support. So unfortunately guys, you can see here before we tried to break a couple of times on the downside, we went right back up again both of times, right? So this support was still holding very nicely, but unfortunately now there is no longer hope that, you know, we're gonna get above this channel line right now. So right now the play is between in the next channel down here, between these two lines. So what we are looking for is some kind of dump down all the way down here at some kind of 28,000 levels. It might actually go up again, but you know, the trading range is between these two numbers, and right now the probability right now is to the downside. Maybe we might pull up a little bit back, because I'm gonna show you some overbought levels, not overbought levels, yeah, not oversold levels, like extended levels that might actually push us a little bit to the upside before we actually continue on. Just like over here, going down. Nothing goes straight in a straight line down, you know. Sometimes goes down, so sideways down, or might goes a little bit up and down. It can be different way how do we get to this line down here, but be assured we're gonna get to the line, we're gonna get to the 28,000, because right now we are breaking this very important line of support. And once this is broken, or like over here, when this is broken, confirmed broken as well, big dump on the way down. Right now this actually is telling us we got to be looking at some kind of 28 levels down here on the next support. So let's just go just to the weekly time frame, really quick, and remove this. First of all, we're gonna remove these dots over here, because then I sometimes click on the chart. This is the 32,259 that we got rejected and started dumping from. This is the big kahuna right now going down over here. But you can see on the weekly time frame that we don't have any kind of support until we get on the weekly time, until we get to actually to some kind of 19,359 level. We don't get we have no support on the weekly time frame between these levels down here. Maybe with moving averages, let's see over here, 50 moving average, we just broke that and we are going down, and down here we got 100 the 100 moving average right now that might actually act as a support. So we got maybe some kind of support at 20,415. But between these two 50 moving average and 100 moving average, there is on the weekly time frame, there is very little. We got channel supports, but channel supports are you know, they might be enough to actually continue up, but there is no big support. So I'm afraid that if we are unable to get back this week above the 50 moving average, which are right now right now it seems a little unreliable. Right now it seems a little bit out of the scope. You know, it can always happen. You can see, you have seen the wicks that happen on the weekly time frame, so it can always happen. Never say never. But you know, if you wanna, you know, keep the bullishness, if you want to keep some kind of a hopium up or whatever, we gotta get above the 50 moving average, guys. We gotta get above this yellow line, the 50 moving average. We gotta get it above. We gotta get above that line this week. We cannot have 2 weeks closing below 50 moving average, because that's terrible, that's bad. So if you want any kind of hopium, you gotta push the price above 32,259. You gotta do that. You gotta do it this week, and you know, you gotta do it this week. I think you gotta do it this week if you're gonna do that, because if we close below the 50 moving average, that's a bearish sign, and you know, next week we might actually go up at the 50 moving average, because since we closed 2 times, two weekly candles below the 50 moving average, this third candle will be really having a really hard time breaking the 50 moving average. It's going to be having a really hard time breaking the 50 moving average. But on the weekly time frame, there are no supports before we actually hit 20,004, because between here and down here there is literally nothing. Now there are some daily sports. We're gonna watch them, and there are some daily sports. So we're gonna find these daily sports. Where do they lie? Where are the daily sports? So we're gonna see here that there are some actually daily sports. Right now this daily sport down here, the lowest daily sport, that's being broken today over here, right? Yesterday we went to the support, today we are actually broken, but we're gonna still keep it, because you know, we might come back to that. But after that, like, there is nothing. There is something in the middle up here, some kind of range, and then you got this range down here, give or take, and beside these levels down here, beside these 26 levels down here and these 24, 23 levels, there is nothing between the price and down to 30,000. So these are daily, and like we said, the daily and the daily are not that important. But right now the daily, these daily over here are corresponding nicely to 25, 26,000 levels, right? 25, 26,000 levels also with this channel support. So we might actually see us going all the way down to some kind of 26 levels down here, where we hit these daily supports as well, the channel support. So there is a confluence of support, of course, over here that actually might actually bounce us up here. But on the downside, it's it's really weak. There is a really weak support all the way down here, all the way down here. I would say all the way down to like 20,415, 20,019. Around down here until down here, it's a really weak support. All of this, it's weak support. Even the moving averages. Let's pop the moving averages on the daily. On the daily moving, we are below all of the moving averages, so there are no more moving averages. And it's not like we are extended from the 50 moving average or something like that. You know, 50 moving average is right above us, 10, 20, so we can still continue you know, being pushed down here. So let's remove this daily. I just wanted to add the daily to show you where we are. At least we'll remove this. We can remove these as well, just to make chart a more enjoyable and lookable. Let's put this down here at, okay, let's put that 20,415 or whatever. Now we're gonna put it down here. Just now we're gonna remove it because, you know, it's an unrealistic support target right now. It's just too far on the downside, so I don't think we're gonna get to that. I don't think we're gonna get to that level right now. So right now what we are looking at 28, 3 and 25. So what we're gonna talking about now is extensions. Okay, we're gonna talk about extensions and why we are extended to the downside and why this can bounce up. Okay, so every time you have a big move like 3-4%, technically it's a big move on Bitcoin, you have some kind of pullback, right? Let's see this on the 1 hourly time frame, and I'm going to show you what happens here. What happens here, I don't know if you can use, yeah, we can use. So what happens here, let's use this, and let's use this speed over here. Maybe it's nice. No, it goes too slow. Okay, see the price goes down, right? When price goes down, these moving averages start following the price. You can see when the price goes all the way down here, the moving averages are, it extends away from the moving averages, right? When you get these extensions away from the moving averages, price usually either goes sideways. Or go up to the moving averages before it you know, hits the moving average and then get rejected and goes to the downside. So we can see what was happening here. The price actually started going a little bit sideways. Let's speed up. You can see it was starting going sideways, hit some kind of moving averages, and over here came the rejection on the 1 hourly time frame. We tried to go up, got rejected by the 120 moving average, got down below the supports, down here below the supports, especially below this support over here. Once we close that, you know, we try to get up here, and then it closed below this support and then dumped on the downside. This is usually what happens once you get the extension. We had like 3-4% yesterday, right? And then you go some kind of sideways until these moving averages hit you, and then you continue dumping, right? And then you continue dumping, and you can see what's happening here, down here right now. We have new extensions to the downside. We have new extensions. We can close this one right now. We have new extensions to the downside. So right now we might be going up, down. It doesn't really matter, but we are waiting for these moving averages, especially this 20 moving average right now, because this 20 moving average did in fact got us rejected once, because we got above the white one, the 10 moving average, but the 20 moving average, the red one, got us rejected. So what I think we are doing right now is going a little bit sideways. Maybe we can already start dropping down now. It's happened, but more likely, more probable thing is that we are gonna you know, hit the 20 moving average one more time and get all the way down to the 28,000. It might happen, it might, because from over here to the 28,000, it's only 5% dump. It's only 5% dump, so it's no big deal or anything like that, right? But we gotta wait it out. We gotta wait. This 1 hourly time frame, this can take a couple hours, maybe more, depending on how we actually do it. This over here took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours to hit the moving averages. So, you know, it can take 12 hours. You know, it can continue dumping. Right now 3% plus 5%. You know, we might have the big dump today by from something like 8% dump today, technically, right? From over here down here, like 8% dump today, which will, you know, make altcoins go like minus 50-20%. It can happen, so keep that in mind. But I'm thinking we have more room to go. Now there is some kind of bullish scenario here that we might actually go to towards the upside, and what we are gonna use for that is something called SPO. Okay, it's my own indicator. It's just a fancy name, but what we're seeing here, every time, you know, price gets away from the zero line, it gets pulled back. Basically it's measured just, you know, distance from a certain moving averages, and on this indicator down here it measures distance to 10 moving average, and we're gonna use the low, not the close but the low. And you can see here, once we hit these kind of levels, this is on the 1 hourly time frame. and you can see here these overextended levels. These are overextended levels. When they happen, you know, you get the pullback to the upside. You don't have to necessarily get the pullback to the upside. You can just get some kind of sideways movement, because, you know, the moving averages will come to the price and this will reset to the back to the zero line. But the extensions are telling us that we are right now getting pulled back. Not only that, there is other things you can actually learn from this as well. You can see these bottoms, that they are increasing in extensions. So it means that the push to the downside is actually going as it should be going. It's following the price right now, because every time we push it to the downside, we push it with more force to the downside, meaning, you know, the price and the extensions are actually following each other. It's like a RSI type of thing, right? It's only when the moves start going in the opposite direction down here, just like RSI, when you start getting divergences on these moves, it shows that weakness in the price getting away from the moving averages, and that's where we are also looking for some kind of bottom. But right now everything is actually going according to the plan technically, but it is some kind of extensions, and I'm expecting some kind of sideways movement up here up to the moving average. That's why these extensions actually can help you identify some kind of extended moves when you might actually, you know, consider some kind of longs or whatever. All right, these extents move to the downside, but these moves don't mean that you're gonna go all the way up. You can just go either sideways or a little bit up to hit this 10 moving average, because it only measures the distance between the 10 moving average and the price, right? Only this distance up here. So down here it was extended. You can see extended, you know, that's the time, you know, to get in, and then you can see what's gonna happen, you know, if it's go up, you know, when you're gonna get out of the trade or whatever, right? But these extensions are right now telling us that we are extended downside, we are expecting some move to the upside, but everything is working as it should, and we don't have any kind of divergence on the extensions. Now this is on 1 hourly chart, so I used 1 hourly chart to explain to you how this works. Now we're gonna go up where it really matters and what we are really actually looking for. That's actually the daily, but let's go to the 4 hourly and start with that as well. You can see here on the 4 hourly that we have had the convergence of this move, where the momentum was dying out. The momentum was definitely dying out, and right now we broke to the downside, and we are going down, right? But extensions on the 4 hourly are also big over here. You can see extensions goes all the way down here. And although these extensions can be a lot more severe, you can see here, they can be a lot bigger, and these big extensions need to be taken off. It's still on the 4 hourly time frame. These extensions does not mean that you are at bottom. It just means that we are extended and we need to, you know, wait for the moving averages. And waiting for the moving averages means you either go sideways or you go a little bit up. Okay, so it's you need to use other indicators, you know, other strategies to actually figure the bottom. But right now it does not look like a bottom. It just looks like we are extended on the 4 hourly. But if you zoom in over here, if you zoom on over here, you will see that we are having a big drop to the downside. Previously, drop to the downside was little. We had 2 4 hourly candles. Right now we are more extended, so we might have like maybe 3-4 candles, whatever, until these moving averages come to us, right? It might take a day or two, depending on how long it's gonna take, right? It might just continue dumping down here and then have a extreme overextensions that might actually push us towards the upside, and so forth, so forth. But this is extensions right now, and that's why we're having this. That's why we're having this small pullback right now to back to the zero line. But where it does matter, it is daily chart. It is daily chart where we are looking for the big extensions. The extension is going to tell us, okay guys, we are extended now, you know, we might have some kind of pullback when you drop too fast on the daily chart. You know, even on the daily chart right now, we are not that extended. Unfortunately, we are not that extended. Let's put down the line down here where we are, so we can see this better. You can see that a lot of times, let's just see over here. It's not a lot of times, but it is, you know, we are looking for, we are maybe in the ballpark area, right? We are maybe in the ballpark area on the downside, but you can see this part over here. Sorry, this part over here. the extensions are actually a lot bigger to the downside. This is the bull market, you know, so these extensions downside are a little bit, but right now in the bear market, these extensions should go below this line. You know, they should be bigger. So I think we still got a little more while to go down. I think we got more to go down over here to get some kind of extended levels to the downside where we can actually bounce, have a pretty decent bounce to the upside. Because if we bounce up right now, or go sideways, right? If you bounce up or go sideways, we don't get, you know, nobody's making any money by that. You know, you cannot long it, you cannot short because it's go too slow. You know, everybody wants the volatility, and right now volatility only comes when you get some kind of extended levels. When you get extended levels, you get volatility, and that's what we're looking for right now. But it looks like also, you can also say that it looks like it might look like it's right now on the dollar, on this indicator showing us, you know, these extensions, because right now the price is technically going down, the volatility is dying. So we're gonna see if we're gonna break this volatility and continue increasing the volatility right now. But it has been dying, and right now we are hitting some kind of levels of volatility that, you know, needs to be broken. So if we fall down here, we might actually start you know, getting back into the volatility. But we are not on some kind of crazy extended levels on the daily chart, which gets me to thinking like that we won't stop here and bounce off here. I don't think this is gonna bounce off here. We already had just the retest and the dumpage. We are not gonna go for the second retest right now. I think most likely scenario right now is we're gonna go sideways or you know, or a little bit up. We are waiting for these moving averages, and then this 20 move, especially this 20 moving average, this red line, it's gonna be the interesting line to see if you're gonna break it or not. Because that's gonna be you know, if you can get above the 20 moving average. Let me turn off everything else. If you can get above this red line again, right? If you can get above the red line, I think you know, we good. You know, we might actually get above the channel or whatever, but I'm fearing that, you know, we might just go sideways a little bit up and then get rejected by the moving average and all the way down. So technically right now speaking, by looking at everything, I think you know, that the target should be around 28,000. Let's see how the MACD is sorry, the RSI is doing, because MACD is bearish as well. Right now on the 4 hourly, you can see that we have some kind of low levels of RSI, 28 levels, but on the daily we are not there yet, guys. We are not there yet. We only have 34 on the daily, so we are not some kind of you can see here this stamp down here at 29, that was pretty low, right? But just because you hit some kind of low levels, it does not mean that you are going you know, all the way up there. You can see here we just continued going down while the RSI was going up, right? And then you had a big dump down here and so forth and so forth. How you interpret the RSI is not by, you know, just because you are low level, that means that, you know, you're gonna go up. That's not how this works. But we are looking for some kind of low levels to figure out where the bottom is, and then we'll figure out whether we're gonna bounce hard or gonna go sideways. But you know, we are expecting more dump because we are not where we should be, you know, during this time. We are still expecting 28k first, and once we get to 28k, we're gonna see if once we get to 28k, we're gonna see if it holds or not, or we're gonna fall down to 26k and so forth, right? We're gonna see that. But right now it's the 28.3k that's actually is the target. This is actually where you long. And guys, it's not time to short. I know a lot of you guys are shorting. I know a lot of you guys want to go short and stuff like that. It's not time to short right now. The time to short was here on the retest, not on the breakout. Up here on the retest, that's the time to short. Not even the up here could have been time to short, you know, go up, you know, get rejected. You can see this clearly on the 1 hourly. Where was it? No, it's on the daily. Yeah, on the daily up here, when you broke and the, you know, retest on 32,259, that's also time to short. But right now in the middle of the channel, that's not time to short, guys. That's not time to short. I know it might go down, you know, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to, you know, start trading in the middle of something. If you want to go short, you go short on the resistances. You know, when the resistances get when the resistance, you go short, and you go long when you get kind of support. So support right now is at 28,000. It's not over here. Maybe there is some kind of support over here. Is there something like maybe this week or something like that? I don't know. But you know, it's weak, and we just saw like the, you know, support should be down here at 28,000. So once we start going down here at 28,000, that's when you go long. So right now over here, don't go long, don't go short, don't do anything, just wait, okay? Because, you know, if we bounce up here, that's time to go short again, right? If we break to the upside, this is time to go long, right? On the downside, if you go down over here, you know, and we confirm some kind of support down here, that's time to go long. But if you break on downside and got another one of these, you know, rejections, that's time to short, and so forth, right? But right now, it's not the time to neither go short nor long. It's just time to wait. Just wait. And that, guys, concludes right now the daily Bitcoin analysis for today. And that said, how you guys doing? What's the chat saying? Okay, let's take questions from the chat. By the way, also one last thing. On two last things, okay? Because I know people are gonna ask me about this. 23rd, I don't know, did I mention this? Yeah, I did mention this. 23rd is the new moon. So this corresponds really nicely with our target at around 28, you know. And then once we get, the full moon, once we get the full moon, we're going up, guys, we're going up. And I know who is actually very excited about it. That's Ron. The Ron adapter is very, very excited about the full moon, 23rd. So we're going to see how that works out. And the second thing, I know everybody's going to ask me, so let me just say it right now. The inverse head and shoulders on the dollar is technically broken to the upside on the daily chart right now. On the weekly is not yet confirmed. So I think weekly is more important than the daily. So I'm still gonna give it this week to see if it's actually confirmed breakout or not. But this inverse head and shoulder is definitely looking like you know, on the daily it's definitely broken to the upside right now, still continuing going up. On the weekly it's not yet confirmed, so I'm gonna see this confirmation. But what I'm gonna show you right now on the dollar chart is some kind of target for where we should go. Now this inverse head and shoulders have a pretty easy target to figure out. You know, just take the head shoulders, and that's the target around 97. Now what does that tell us? Doesn't matter, but it also corresponds with another target up here. Let's do this on the monthly time frame up here. I think it's this one up here. Give or take, it might be something like this in the short term, right? Let's remove this neckline down here because it's confusing. I removed the wrong line, this neckline, and it might actually indicate, you know, that we are gonna hit this target because previous levels down here, right? But this is creating lower. This is creating some kind of high, lower, high. This is creating low, higher, low. So we might get some kind of triangle going on here. Depending on how you draw it, we might get some kind of you know, triangle going on here, and this is a triangle in an option, right? So this might be continuation triangle that we actually gonna break to the upside, but it's a long play. This is like 2023. I mean, are we gonna wait 2 years for this to play out? And there is always of course this line up here that might actually play out. But this is so long. This is so far into the future, guys. It's so far into the future. You see here, it is acting nicely. As a resistance. So if you go up there, you know, it's, I don't know, it's this ballpark area, but you know, 99, something like this, up 100. So what is that? What does this tell us? I have absolutely no idea. But you know, if it goes up, you know, something's happening with Bitcoin. If it goes down, something is happening with Bitcoin. So you know, people are talking a lot about DXY now. So I thought I should mention it. And with that said, Google user, Australian dollars, 299. Quack, and more quack. Thanks as well, bro. You're welcome. If it quacks like a duck, if it walks like a duck, if it, you know, F's like a duck, if it does what a duck does, you know, you gotta, at one point, you gotta say, hey man, maybe that's a duck, you know, maybe that's a duck. We don't know, but maybe that's a duck. 2023 interest rates will be dropped, so DXY should go up. Yeah, but you know, the problem with inflation is I don't think there will be inflation. Now, I might be wrong, but you know, we're gonna see that. Do you prefer knockout roses over drift roses? And if you do, why? Knockout roses versus drift roses. Oh, I absolutely no clue what the types of roses there are. Let me see this over here. Double knockout, pink double knockout, knockout roses, pink knockout, sunny knockout, white out, coral knockout. Apricot drift, pink drift, popcorn drift, red drift, sweet drift. Guys, I gotta show you this. Over here. By the way, next full moon will occur on Friday, July 23rd, okay? So you see, these are roses and they have names: double knockout, pink double knockout, knockout roses, pink knockout, sunny knockout, white out, coral knockout. Drift roses, a breakthrough in hybridizing drift, are compact ground cover roses. Apricot drift, pink drift, popcorn drift, red drift, sweet drift, amber, pink supreme, scarlet, white, yellow. I don't know, man. I don't know. Double knockout, maybe. Double knockout seems more realistic. I don't know. There you go. You learned something about roses today, guys. Sorry, meant interest rates should go up. Tiela always so bearish. Look, we are looking for trade options, and we cannot let our emotions go wild. We cannot say it's gonna go up when we don't think it's gonna go up. Still in retracement range until it drops below 28. Not worried at all. Yellen will make a press release today and yell something out again. He was bullish and nobody else was, and went against the crowd several times. TL is one of the better TA guys on YouTube. He ain't bearish, just reads what the chart tells him. Yeah, we read the chart, guys. We read the chart. Like, at one point, you gotta accept the fate. Let's do this. Let's go down the daily. Let's see this on the daily. See how it drops. Down there. I like Allostromeria better. Allostromeria. Yeah, probably some kind of rose, but you know, we're gonna stop on the double knockout. I saw Wyckoff accumulation patterns 5-minute time frame. I hope Elon won't crash BTC. So can you please take a look? 5-minute chart. I don't know, man. It's probably some kind of accumulation phase, but usually it's not accumulation. You just play with a moving average. Like, people will say, oh, this is like selling, critical selling, this is supporters, this is automatic response, whatever. I don't care about, you know, it just moving averages play with the moving average, support and resistance. That's it. The whole stock market is down because of the new Delta strain. All markets are suffering because of this. Also, dollar is lingering 93, which is also scaring off investors. Yeah, the dollar is 93. But you know, you got to look at it in a bidder perspective, and you know, this was you know, 2020. You know, you had bidder technically. Is this saying that, you know, in 2020 inflation was worse? 2020 inflation was worse. Does that mean this means that in 2020 inflation was worse? Is that what it means? Because I don't know how to read this chart, because it's just dollar index. I don't know what to get out of this, man. I don't know what to get out. Let's see the currencies. Let's see versus Norwegian crown. 2020, that's over here. It's, you know, maybe the krona was stronger than, I don't know. Look at this pump over here. Look at this pump over here, and then went down. This pump just want to, you know, this is the Corona dollar pump, right? So I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. This happened to everything. Yeah, not everything, but Australian dollars, everything, you know. Japanese dollars. No, Japanese actually survived that, you know. Euro, no. Danish krona. I don't know what this was over here. Yeah, there are irregularities in the market. There are definitely irregularities in the market. Let's go back down to the daily chart, zoom in a little bit over here and take more questions from the chat. What is chat? Hit like and subscribe. Michael is on the job. TLR, top 3 coins in your opinion apart from BTC and ETH? I don't know, man. I am not that good in the technology apartment. I'm not that neither that interested in it. By the way, guys, yesterday, you know, Dash was having pump and dump. Let's go to the Dash and see how it's actually doing right now. Minus 11% today. So we said that this might have been some kind of pump and dump yesterday on Dash because it happened so fast. Let's see the 5-minute chart. Yeah, it lasted 10 minutes at most. We can look at it maybe on the 1-minute chart. This is it, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. The pump lasted 6 minutes. It's a definitely pump and dump. This is the sell-off. This is people hoping, you know, it's gonna stop over here, go down, and then this is continuation of the sell-off, right? And right now price is going down where it should be. But this is definitely pump and dump, guys. You know, something goes up 77% without any good reason. You know, in 6 minutes, it's probably a pump and dump, guys. Because usually these pump and dumps last very short time, very short time. They get pumped really hard and then, you know, they die. Also in other news, because a lot of people have been talking about hacks as well. Hacks had a big dump. Let's go to the weekly time frame down here. Big dump, but it is recuperate. It had a, no, this is over here. Yeah, it did, you know, recuperate. It had a 54% dump, but it did get up, only down by minus 20%, but it did have big dump. But these weeks are not abnormal. There's somebody going long on this right now, buying too much too fast. Buying too much too fast. So everybody, let's get inside and pump BTC. Xeno buy the dip isn't a good option at the moment. Hard to say. Now it takes more and more years to come to the last all-time high. Now it takes more and more years to come to the last all-time high. You're looking at historically, like nothing is, the prices maybe are repeatable for, you know, when something, first something happens, then you got something, some other event happens, then you compare these two events. Then the next event happens third time, right? And then you are trying to figure some pattern between the three points. But probability that's gonna happen fourth time is pretty low because right now everybody can figure out the patterns from the 3 points. So, you know, just because something happened before doesn't mean it's gonna happen. Hi guys, I was wrong, but I predicted the price will not go below 28k. Muhammad, it went below 30. So the price will not go below 28k. Now that we can maybe agree on, maybe, but we don't know because 28 is a very nice support. So we are looking at maybe to hold that support. We are looking to maybe hold that support. In France, people and police are protesting together, yelling free anybody. French Revolution happened. Which hacks would crash back to Earth? That guy is the most annoying dude I ever seen on YouTube. No, he's pretty. He's been in the game for too long, way too long. You know, I've been watching him forever. Got some nice, you know, just because somebody's annoying, you know. Just look, you know, away from the annoyance and see what he's saying because he knows about, you know, a lot of stuff, you know. BTC 20 EMA on the monthly bottom. BTC EMA 20 bottom. Remove this 20 EMA bottom. No. At least not the way it was, you know, hitting before, because none of these were actually bottom on the week, on the monthly. It was actually when you break the monthly that you go down for final crash. So what you are waiting for is getting down to the monthly 23,000 and then get this final crash and then go up. No, 20k, it does not look like it's the bottom just by looking at it historically how it was actually using it. 10 moving average right now on the monthly is getting crushed on the downside, so we might actually close below the 10 moving average. Still got like 11 days left for the monthly close, so you know, we're not gonna say not gonna happen. Then 50 moving average might actually be, so you might drop from the 20 moving average all the way down to the 50 moving average around 13-14,000. This 13-14,000 does start to seem more interesting support level. It's gonna also collide nicely with the 15 moving average, depends on how long this goes and stuff like that, right? So this 13,000-14,000 level right now, it seems like a decent bottom. It seems like a decent bottom, but you know, it can take a long time to get to that bottom. It can take a long time to get at that bottom. You feel Hex is legit coin? I don't feel anything about Hex. I mean, I knew I was listening to you know, Richard Hart before we started making Hex. While he was making Hex, what's the purpose of Hex is just like meme coins. The purpose is just to make coin, the graph go up, the price go up. Okay, so he put all kind of a game theory into the coin, you know, staking, I think even burning and stuff like that, you know, splitting across everybody. You know, he failed on the meme part because you should have probably used a dog or a cat for the logo. So he failed on the meme. You cannot make a lot of memes on the Hex, right? But maybe that's a good thing, because then people will compare it with the shit coins, right? So people are not comparing it with the shit coins. They are looking at it like some kind of real project. But you know, it's game theory behind it to make the price go up. The only point of Hex existing is to make the price go up, right? So whether it's gonna continue doing that or not, you know, it's definitely uncorrelated with Bitcoin. So Hex is a scam. So is Bitcoin, man. Everything is a scam until it gets adoption, and it's no longer a scam. Even dollar is a scam, guys. Even dollar is a scam. The only reason dollar is not a scam is because they have pushed it all around the world, and the world has adopted it, accepted it, you know. But right now they're abusing it, but just by printing more dollars, you know, and you know, taking all the doing whatever they want with it, right? But everything is a scam, everything is a Ponzi and stuff like that. I sold at 37, waiting to buy back. He said it will overtake BTC. He's very modest. It can overtake BTC because, I mean, any coin can overtake BTC in market cap. Okay, adoption and trading volume, stuff like that, not so much, but it can overtake it in market cap because it's very easy. Like if I've got something, if I make a coin, made the late adopter coin, and you buy that coin, and I make 1 billion of these coins. Sorry, I make 21 million of these coins, and you buy just one coin from me. You buy just one coin for 35,000. Let's say 32,000. You buy just one coin from me for 32,000. Technically speaking, we have higher market cap than Bitcoin, because market cap is only derived from the last traded price. And if the last traded price, doesn't matter if you bought 21 million bitcoins or just one bitcoin, the last traded price sets the price for entire market cap. So technically, if I make a delayed adopter coin, 21 million coins of the delayed adopter coin, you buy just one coin for 31,000, technically we have bigger market cap than Bitcoin. Don't ever make a TLI coin. When is the TLI coin coming out? I don't know, man. You know, the guy, once I get to 1 million subscribers, I'm gonna do like the tech lead and create TLI coin. Like that guy became like took 1 million and make it into 100 million. Upshot made Upcoin and rug pulled a few days ago. Yeah, I heard about that. Rug pulls just happened. Your coin will overtake, I'm sure. But we gotta put some kind of game theory into the coin, you know, some kind of like memes. As we gotta spread it. It must be some kind of game. It must be something you can do with the coin, right? It must have some kind of use case, you know, It must be some kind of utility coin, and you know, so we don't get with problems with the regulators and stuff like that. So we gotta think about a lot of stuff. BTC won't return if it gets passed by ETH and ADA. That's gonna happen if BTC falls to 11. Miners won't make any money. Yeah, but last time Bitcoin fell down to 3,009, and that was like 3,000 below where miners were making money, because at that point, like mining price was around 6,000. So if the mining price is 6,000 and it falls down 3.9, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin is going to go to zero because miners are going to stop mining. No, they're looking into the future. They know the price is going to go up. So no, they know that right now those people that don't have cash at hand, they cannot pay the bills and they have to close down. Other people that have cash in place and they can pay the bills, they're going to continue mining, and they're going to mine all the possible coin they can, even though the price is lower than mining cost, because eventually the price will come above mining cost and then they will sell the coins. Your subs also is bear market in a few months. Yeah. I know, you know, not just mine, like everybody. Go, sir, hope you reach 1 million subscribers. I like your view. Improved. I think improved. BTC won't return if it gets passed by Etinada. That's gonna happen if BTC falls to 11K. I don't know. I had 2x on a million coin, was fine with that and sold. Yeah, that's fine. You figure out something, you know, you get something what you're gonna get, you know. Late up to the channel is fun. Improved, thanks. England beat Denmark. Do you expect a new long bull run after the upcoming BTC dump to 20K? Thanks. Right now, I don't know how it is gonna play out because we are, you know, Bitcoin is Bitcoin is losing volatility, guys. Bitcoin is definitely losing volatility. You know, volatility is losing its game. So how this is gonna play out, it depends whether we are gonna get to some kind of new all-time highs or whatever. But you know, even over here, from the bottom to the top, there are gains to be made. But I don't think we can wait for, you know, the gains are getting less and less. So eventually, Bitcoin will become a stable coin. Eventually. Good day, TLA from Australia. Hi Australia, how you doing? Bear market is best market. The last year high is maybe more proper numbers, so just a little bit below 25K, but I guess we have to just sit back and wait and see. One way or the other, it means more shopping. Simone Shire. It's summertime, what do you expect? A pump to the moon. Yeah, a pump to the moon. Pump to the moon will be nice, guys. Let's go back to the daily chart, see if anything has happened while we have been talking and chatting and stuff like that. We got a 4-hourly close 20 minutes ago. That's over here right now, going a little bit up, still going up to this moving averages. Guys, just to recap quest here, we are in the new channel down here. We got big rejection up here. We are waiting for the moving averages to continue down. If we manage to climb the moving averages, this channel line is gonna be a very important line of resistance. If you cannot get back above that line, you can expect definitely more downside. But right now we are already, as soon as we start getting rejected by the moving averages, even the 50 moving average down here, we can expect more downside. Right now we are just going a little bit sideways because we are extended from the moving averages. But once we start hitting the moving averages, we gotta be really on our toes and see the rejection, because if rejection comes on the moving averages, you can definitely bet your buttocks we are gonna hit these kind of 28 kind of levels down here. Anyways, guys, that was for today. I hope you enjoyed the show. 9:30 Central European Time tomorrow morning. Also hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, because you gotta know what's happening every single day on Bitcoin. Thanks for coming, guys. Let's do the song and say goodbye. Have a nice day. Enjoy the day. Don't do any longs or shorts right now.
He's growing on ya. His lines are insane. He's your crack and dopamine dealer. The later doctor, the crypto doctor. He's got what you need. He's your vitamins and painkiller. The later doctor, he's growing on ya. His lines are insane. He's your crack and dopamine dealer. The later doctor, the crypto doctor. He's got what you need. He's your vitamins and painkiller.
And there's the stop button. See you around, guys. Have fun.